Hiya, this is Hayley Legassi, and today I'm going to be trying to answer the question that I get often asked, which is, what does it feel like to be 21 and married? Now, this is a really complex question, and it's also quite a stupid question in my eyes, and it really annoys me when people ask me because being married at 21 is perhaps not how can I put it? It's not like seen as normal and the thing to do in a lot of people's eyes. Most people think that being married at such a young age is wrong, that you've wasted your life, that, it's something negative. So when they do meet somebody at the age of 21 and married, they want to know what it's really like. Kind of like they're expecting a negative response. But with me, that's not the case. So I was 19 when I got married, and I married the most amazing man in the world. Of course I'm going to say that though. And I didn't really think about my age. We just fell in love. We took things kind of to the next stage, and then we decided it was the right time, whatever that meant. And we just kind of went with it. So we got married, and now 2 years into our marriage, well, almost 2 years, it's our anniversary in May. We're going really strong, and it's been the best 2 years of my life. I have changed as a person. I've matured. I've learned an awful lot from my husband, and everything's just become more positive about me. Like I said, I've already matured, and I've learned a lot just about being a woman and just about life in general. And people just think that because I'm married, I'm some type of like old granny and that I don't go out and have fun, that I'm not allowed to see anybody, not allowed to have friends. But it's quite the contrary. If my husband was like that, then he'd be out the door straight away. I still go to work, I have a laugh with my colleagues, I still enjoy my life. I choose not to go out. I choose to stay at home just because I don't like drinking, I don't smoke, I don't really have a big social life, and I never have done. That's not strange because I'm married, that's just me being strange in general. I'd much rather spend time with my husband, go to the cinema, go to the theatre, go and have some nice food. I really do like my food. And spend my money on things that are more important to me, such as, saving for a house or buying myself some clothes, or, I don't know, just spending quality time with my family. So being married, what exactly does it involve? Well, I think it doesn't matter how old you are. Being married, it's a challenge, and it always will be, and you have to build your relationship. But to be honest, I feel like my husband and I, we have grown closer to each other since we got married, and I feel like we love each other slightly more, if you can really say that. Being 21 and married, sometimes I can feel embarrassed when I say my age and when people know about my situation, just because I feel like I'm judged. And like I've said before, people assume that you're old, and it's wrong. But for me, it's been an amazing experience, and I really wouldn't change my husband for the world. I mean, I go to work, and when I come back, I open my front door and I come into the house, and I just get this whiff of the most amazing food ever. He is my personal chef. He's not a chef by profession. He just cooks amazing food. And he always buys me flowers, and he always gives me massages, and he tells me how much he loves me and how beautiful I am. I mean, I don't care what other people think. He's the most important person in my life, and he makes me feel special. I wake up every morning and I see him and I feel happy. What's negative about that? I'm a happy 21-year-old. I'm happily married, and that's the most important thing to me. There are some negatives. Not negatives, but no marriage is perfect. We do have our arguments. Sometimes I could absolutely strangle him, especially when I'm trying to clean the bathroom and doing the washing up and doing all of the little chores, and he's on the sofa playing chess or this silly game that he plays on his iPhone. God knows what it is. But you know what? He makes up for it afterwards, and it's only healthy to have arguments, I think, and I'm sure that any married couple would agree. So, also having that economic support as well. We're both working and we're saving up for a house. So by the time I'm 23, we should be buying our first ever home, which for me is an achievement, by the age of 23, because if it was just me by myself, on my salary, and that's even if I had a full-time job, because I may even have been at university, for example, I could never imagine buying my house by the age of 23, 25, even 30. God, no. I'd be saving for the rest of my life, but having him, that's such a support. And it's like coming home and living with your best friend. You have this really good relationship, but sometimes you could kill them, but then you make up and, then it's all, bright and beautiful again. So it's a bit of a roller coaster, but it's absolutely incredible. And my life is, in my opinion, it's perfect. I mean, I wouldn't change anything. I adore my husband. I have a fabulous life. Being married at the age of 21 is not negative. So for any of you out there that are young and have got married or are considering getting married, I really wouldn't listen to what everybody else says. I mean, at the end of the day, only you know how you feel. There's no right time to get married. You never know when you're ready. Even, to get married, buy a house, have a kid, go traveling. When is the right time to do these things? You just have to kind of do it without thinking too much about it, because you always wait for that perfect moment and it never arrives. So just kind of do it and face the consequences afterwards. So that's what I do anyway. So at the end of the day, it's your life. You know if you're happy. Ignore everybody else. I did. And as I've said, I am the happiest person ever. And I'm not some old granny. And I'm not miserable. And I do have friends. And I can go out and do what I want. So what is it like for me being 21 and married? Well, for me, it's the best thing that I ever did. And it's just perfect. So I'd really love to hear your opinions. Comment in the box down below. Tell me about your story. What do you think it's like being married at a young age? I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Bye.